Hi, welcome to the short video of a change in the sugar that's used in the Dart Monkey engine from Rotary Rocketry. And this is a standard engine with PVC end caps, built the same way they built on their video with a few changes. It's got the PLA insert for the washer holder, and on the top it's got a PLA disc to just be able to find the top of the engine very easily when the igniter is inserted. So what I did was I was going to change the sugar just because I had heard on one of their comments that there was cornstarch in the regular powdered sugar, and this is 100% cane sugar. This is a spreadsheet that I use to determine the amounts depending on how much I need. I was making 3 100s or a little slightly less than 100s, and figured on a 10% waste, so it was just give me the grams for each component. And this is the sugar that I use, ultra-fine baker's sugar, called castor sugar. And I can understand why it's called castor sugar, because it's pretty stiff sugar when it's heated up. And but anything, it's stating that there's nothing else in the sugar. And the difference in the burn will be obvious when I show you the two graphs of the engine, one with this sugar and one with regular powdered sugar. I don't know where anybody else is using it or not. I hadn't seen it before, but it's does a really good job on bumping up the performance. And this is just a raw graph out of the engine without any cutoff. This is straight out of the engine recording. And you can see that it run about, I think, 0.78 seconds on the burn. And here is a 5% graph that begins at 5% and ends at 5%. And it's a 737.737 second burn. So it gets burned really quick, and when I saw the video, or when I made the video, I was surprised at how quick it does burn. And so here's the data out of the engine. It come out to be a G120. That 117% G is wrong because I didn't change it over to GS and F. So it had 93 grams of fuel in it, and 1864 washer. This is just some of the numbers that come out of the test as it was running. But the program, the first time I run the thrust program, it come out to be a G120. It agreed with the spreadsheet. But when I reran it to make the video, it come out to the G119, so I don't need much difference in a 119 and a 120. This is the engine data in pounds. It would be put into the thrust program for it because it's looking for pounds, not newtons. So that's a simple conversion between newtons and back to pounds, and from grams to newtons. They're all thrusts, it's just different readings on it. And this is the program where I put it back into it, and it come up with a G119. I'm not sure why it changed from 120 to 119, but like I said, it's very little difference with a burn time of 0.768 on a 5% burn. Above 5% and below 5%. So it had 93 grams of fuel in it, and a 140-inch casing. 140 millimeters. 140-inch would be quite a big one, wouldn't it? And so this is that engine put into open rocket. And this rocket here is the Blue Moon with some additional change. I'm going to do a video on it when I get completely done with it. I've already flown it once on a low flight just to see how the stability is on it. And it's a 3, with this engine in it, it was a 3.12 caliber stability. And you look down, you see the F40. That's the other one that was 95 grams, I believe, of powdered sugar. And you can see the difference there. 758 feet versus 1027 feet. And then there's just some commercial engines to show the difference in how the PVCs compare to the commercials. And like I said, it's a 3.12 caliber with this particular engine in it. So it's a tall rocket. It's 48. Here's the engine test on the G120. And once it lights, it goes really quick, but it's kind of slow lighting. When I was filming it with my phone, I was surprised at how quick it burnt the fuel. I mean, it's drastically different. Now, this is one that's got the 95 grams of powdered sugar, and it turned out to be a F40, a 93% F on the 5% graph. And it was a 1864, so it's practically the same engine. There's very little difference. It's got 95. The one that the G120 had 93, so it has slightly less grams of fuel. But you can see the different readings off of it. And the burn time is 3.23 seconds for the 5%. And the other one is 0.7, so it's quite a bit difference. It's over twice as slow burning. And you can see by the graph it's got a little plateau on it. The other one is nothing but a peak, up and down. It's like hitting a rocket in the hind end with a sledgehammer. This one's got a little slow buildup on the thrust and then a decay. And so this is showing the F40 compared to the G120 again. So if you want to try this sugar, I can attest that the Dart Monkey will work fine with regular PVC caps. The case would probably hold 125 grams of fuel. And I don't know what that would be. It would be obviously a G something. I may run one and test it. See, run it all the way up to 125, make sure that it will survive. Well, right now, I only need 700 feet, and the 1,027 is well above what I need for flying here. All right, well, thank you for looking. Have a great day, and I'll see you the next time with a build on the Blue Moon, the new rocket.